Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today here on this Monday morning. What were you just saying, Chris?
I just can't believe, I feel like I need another day for the weekend. I can't believe it's Monday already. And on top of that, I woke up this morning thinking, we're 10, 11 days from Thanksgiving.
I know.
That took my breath away this morning.
Well, Thanksgiving's a little bit later this year, too.
Yeah.
Because I know there's only so many shopping days between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Do you have that in your planner?
I do. I have it kind of written down, the countdown. I've been stocking, preview Black Friday sales and stuff. I haven't started shopping, but I have started planning. So, yeah, it's right. This is the last week, and then next week's a holiday week.
Doesn't that take your breath away?
Time goes by so fast. And then I actually think, so then also not just the holidays, it's playoff football time. So I'm like, okay, so usually the Bison have, a playoff or like a bye, and then they go to the playoffs. And so that's all, yeah, the craziness is about to start for sure.
Speaking of football, how about the Vikes yesterday? Down 20 points in the first half?
A good friend of mine was at the game, and it was so funny. We were texting back and forth. She was sending me these little, sad, and she was with her sister, and I should have grabbed those pictures. Her sister is a Broncos fan, and so she was like, yay, and, Aaron was like, sad face, and I was like, oh, I looked up the score, I was like, and then game over. And then I went to the gym, and everyone was like surrounded, around the TV, and I was like, what, the Vikings won?
Could not believe it.
That's a huge comeback.
Oh, it was unbelievable the Vikes. We kind of have that Minnesota thing where, other than the Minnesota Miracle, you just kind of expect
they'll choke.
Okay, yeah, we had a good game last week. They're going to screw this one up. And sure enough, the Broncos had the ball like on the 4-yard line, 3 or 4 plays, and they never got it in, which I was excited but shocked to see. So kudos to the Vikes. That was huge. That was
a crazy game. Like I said, I gave up. So I got the end score, but I was like, what?
Yeah.
I did quit watching. And then I just watched a little bit of the Eagles-Patriots just to see how Carson was looking. But, Tom Brady was having a bad game to start.
He was. That's why I thought Carson might pull this one off. And then the Patriots are the Patriots. And then it went in. 17-10 is kind of a brutal game for those two teams. But the Pats ended up winning at Eagle Stadium. And I don't know. I feel bad for Carson.
I was like, did Carson Wentz get a tattoo?
Me too.
Like it's a camouflage? And my husband's like, I'm pretty sure that was just like a sleeve.
But at first it looks like he got a total all sleeved
camo,
up, didn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know how he was really playing, but I did notice, I just paid enough attention that I thought maybe he had a new tattoo. I thought, well, he couldn't. When I thought about it later, I was like, you couldn't get that during season because you wouldn't be able to have it. I would imagine.
I think there's no way he's going to sleeve up mid-season, as the face of the franchise. But who knows these days? So I don't know.
So we're being told that we should, as we're talking about the holidays, talk about our beautiful addition to our set again today. I heard a lot of people put up their Christmas decorations over the weekend as well. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, because things start to get so busy. I was so busy with other stuff this weekend that I didn't put up mine, but I noticed more Christmas lights outside. I know Marley went to a movie with a friend. I brought her home, and I was like, your Christmas tree's up. She's like, yeah, my dad's going to be hunting, and so we just thought this was the weekend to do it. I think, too, with, the shorter week, it's not just about shopping, it's also about decorating, I guess, with Thanksgiving being later. Some people who would normally wait are not.
Hey, let's do it.
And the Festival of Trees is happening at the Fargo Dome, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I looked at some of the video from there, and we're going to be talking to Fraser here a little bit later in our show as well as to what it's all about, seeing all the trees, how we're helping families in need, and we'll tell you a little bit about the empathy tree as well. So a lot to talk about.
That just took you like an hour to do that?
I know, I whipped it up just like that.
That was so well done.
I cannot take credit for that, but that is very pretty. I like it. Something a little bit different. So you were in the kitchen this weekend.
Yeah. So yo estudiando español ahora. I'm studying Spanish right now. So my Spanish teacher was like, we're going to show you how we do it in Mexico. So we went and we made handmade corn tortillas, as you can see here, which were just phenomenal. And then there's our quesadillas. And then the one thing I really loved was this. We ended up making like super fresh salsa in this thing called a molcajete, excuse me. So this is made out of lava rock. That one right there is like over 100 years old. She got it from her abuela, her grandma, and passed it down. And so we were in there. We had like roasted jalapenos, a couple roasted tomatoes, some roasted garlic, roasted onion. You put it in there, And that little black thing there, you like mash it up against the wall, and it's like this super fresh, hot salsa. And we were putting that all over the quesadillas, and it was just
I'm looking for
fantastic.
my bowl. Right? You didn't bring any in?
I'm telling you, after
share?
I made that,
He's like, look I made this. It was delicious. I don't share.
I know you like hot food, right?
Yeah,
And
I do.
Mexican food. So I made that, and I was like, I got to get myself a molcajete, because it was so fun. First off, to like, you throw it in there, and you throw it in as kind of a whole tomato or a whole jalapeno, whatever, and you got to kind of do it slow so it doesn't spray all the hot tomato juice on you, and then all of a sudden you start grinding away, and I don't know, there's something about being that connected to the food, and the lava rock kind of spits off a few minerals here and there, and it was muy bien. Muy bien, sí.
Okay, well, next time, bring some in for the rest of us, okay? That reminds me, too, as like you're making delicious food. We're into the holiday season. The treats are going to start showing up in the newsroom in your home as well. Well, as the days get shorter, the weather gets colder, it may be hard to get your exercise in, Chris, but I found a story that will help maybe both of us stay in shape over the holidays. Here's our story from Liz McLaughlin.
90-day home fitness program.
Those fitness DVDs may have gone by the wayside, but at-home workouts are making a comeback with a growing number of streaming options that bring the gym to you.
You may have seen him back in infomercial days.
Including Beachbody, a company celebrating its 20th year making video workouts, now beefing up its on-demand platform.
It's the Netflix of fitness.
Trainer Jericho McMatthews is launching her Morning Meltdown 100 program. Part of more than 800 workouts users can access for about $2 per week, using minimal space and equipment.
Usually it's something like just a set of dumbbells, maybe a mat.
And if you don't have weights, use what you already have at home. Large can of soup is about 1 pound. This jug of laundry detergent is 6. And for a heavier weight, go with a gallon of milk. That's going to be about 8 pounds. Beachbody On Demand is available with a streaming device on your TV or through an app, with nutrition plans included.
The next food group we'll talk about is protein.
Or you can get a digital personal trainer with an app such as OpenFit, like FaceTime for fitness coaching.
Today is cardio conditioning.
There are also many free workout apps like Sworkit.
Get the workout you want in the time you have.
Whatever your preference, it may be a good idea to get a routine set in stone now.
Just knowing that motivation tends to sort of fall off track once we get closer to the holidays.
Dodging winter weight gain without leaving your house. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Especially when it's too cold and you just don't want to leave the house. Studies suggest doing your workout first thing in the morning will help you stick with it. And that's what you do usually, right?
I actually do. Do you do is it the Peloton? And
I would like to have that bike.
what?
I don't. It's Peloton. Peloton bike. I don't have one.
I've never done it either, but it looks, I'm not even a biker, and that looks kind of fun.
Yeah, well, their advertising makes it look like a very fabulous life as well. I do a lot of cycling classes, but I have to go to the gym to go to the cycling, so.
But then you go back to your penthouse, right?
Then I go back to, yeah.
Like all
those
the ads are
commercials
like,
super fabulous.
Dude just hanging out in his penthouse, like, oh, I think I'll get a drink in my $3 million patio, or, you know.
I don't need to go to the gym. I have my own gym in my living room. That's kind of what it is. Someday, gonna save my penny. Maybe Santa will bring me one.
There you go.
I love it. Okay, so I am fascinated by this. Did you know that the world's best Rubik Cube puzzle solvers were competing this weekend? It was happening in Russia. You know who might be able to compete? You know who here at Valley News
Cordell.
Live? Close. Hutch Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, he's really good at the Rubik's Cube. Apparently, American Max Park was crowned the champion of the speed cubing competition. But just watching how these guys do it, look at the one-handed, like...
That is just crazy.
What is it? Like,
me.
some people just have a different... Their brain works differently.
Yep, I was just going to say.
Because I can't. And look at that, timing it. How cool is that? Not...
Like, he didn't look he was looking at it, did he?
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I'm very confused by that. Okay, I already mentioned that the Bison, of course, won this weekend. We beat the Coyotes. Crushed them, yeah. Beat them is probably a little soft. But they're going to be on the road this weekend. I believe it's the last regular season game.
Yeah.
So Bison football pregame show starts at 2 o'clock. And they're going to be heading to Illinois, which means, of course, that the pregame show starts at 1 o'clock, right? Am I doing that right? The game's at 2. And then, of course, get the breakdown. We'll talk about playoffs. I wonder if they'll know exactly, by Sunday morning
I think they do, actually. Yeah, I
So-
think they do all the brackets and stuff. And would they win their 9th straight Missouri Valley Conference Championship? They've now got home field advantage for the playoffs. So, I mean, I said a while ago, I hate to be that guy, but you should probably start thinking about buying your tickets to Frisco. And it looks more so that way every single Saturday. I want to remind you to sign up for our 4-pack of tickets to go check out a great game. Did you go to the game Friday, by the way?
I did
How
for a
was
little
it?
bit. It was fun. Yeah, I
Yeah?
got to talk to the whole crew from the Honor Flight. It was Honor Flight night.
Yeah.
I wanted to go see the jerseys. I bought some extra Chuck-a-Pucks to try to. There was one, a $5 Chuck-a-Puck that if I would have landed on it, I would have got a signed Carson Wentz jersey. I did not. I didn't
Nice,
I didn't
though.
go back, but I did. It was nice to see those guys and support the cause and see everybody out there. So
Were the jerseys pretty sweet?
very nice, very cool. And they auctioned those off after the game as well. Remember, you can get yourself signed up to win some free tickets to a Fargo Force game. Just go to valleynewslive.com. We give away those 4-packs on Tuesdays, so tune in tomorrow morning. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we're going to be talking to Joy's Jazz, and she has a really cool thing. She's a local maker, collaborating with other people to bring joy into your life.
Nice.
We'll tell you all about it next.